going to do a video today, but I've been trying to prepare and organize things all day to get a few other things done. And this popped in my head. And it is the cutest little project. So I want to share it with you. I just started it, but together we're going to finish it. So before we get started, I want to just welcome those who were new. Thank you for jumping on board. You know, we got to 2,000, we got over 2,000. So that's really, really good for our little state channel. So we create with our recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. And it's just amazing the different projects we can come up with. Maybe they've been done and made for even thousands of years, but just the fact you're putting your own energy and design in it is what makes it unique, and that we're making them with recycled materials. So with that, if you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back. You know, we're paralleling some projects, and we don't just drop them, we do get back to them. And one of them, there's three that I am actually working on behind the scenes and then coming back and visiting with you. And that's the chakra meditation blanket. So I have an idea for that too, that I'm going to be sharing soon. And I'll show you what I'm doing. And then there is our hats, our Boro Sashiko hats. This one is really nearly done, but I did set up the sewing machine because I want to do some rounds on this, and I'm going to bring you with me. So that's another one. And then the Kodiak bears, the needle felting soft sculpted bears. So, of course, like I didn't have enough to do, I had to add one more thing. And this isn't even one more. I do have other projects. I have spent the day organizing things, lining up to get my supplies together to share with you to do these other projects. And they're spring projects, they're fun. But this one is it's a little mobile, and I got this idea. I was totally inspired by Home Spa. And when I say totally, I mean, like, I saw this weeks ago and it was still on my mind, and it's not even like this. But the concept of them just saying, like, theirs are so adorable and almost, you know, very, very, I don't want to say traditional, but more traditional, like, yes. So, but just the fact that they say and they bring to the forefront of your mind, hey, hi Paula, how are you? That you can use recycled, just use recycled materials. And but I'm like cleaning through things today, and I run across these. You know what these are? You know what these are? Do you want to take a guess? Anybody who's scrolling? You got it. They're shower curtain hooks. That's what these are. They're shower curtain hooks. They're old. They're from the thrift shop. They were in a bag of some other stuff that I bought. And hi, Greg, how are you? You got it. And I ran across them, and I ran across this hook. This is just like a keychain hook, right? Then I got this idea. Oh my God, how adorable would it be that I use these to create a mobile? So I put one thing together. Let me show you thus far. Very non-traditional. You're not thinking, like, just don't think for a second of the mobile making noise. Don't think of it clanging together. Just think of it in a visual, just some things hanging down. So, okay? So I put this is what I did. You know what this is? It's a vintage, a very old vintage belt buckle. Okay, that's what that is. So I just did this, and I want to bring you with me. This is This is wire that has been sitting like forever, and I had bought this specifically for one other project. So a couple of key concepts to a mobile or whatever come. It does not have to make noise. It's nice if it does, yes. You can use different things to hang from it. Now look, I want to show you something else. This is WIP. This is me thinking and bringing you with me. I had these, a bunch of these. And do you know what this is? Do you have any idea what this is? Have you seen them? They sell them in Walmart. These are Christmas tree ornament hooks, if you can believe it. They're not highly, I don't want to say that they're not durable, but they're kind of wiry. Okay, but look what I thought. This easily can also be used. Now this is just a prototype that I'm making, but look. Now notice too, I'm using a natural piece of wood, just a piece of wood. So I'm hanging it on here. Let me just get this so it's got its little hook, and it just kind of, I don't know if you can see that. It's almost disappearing with the background here. Maybe I need to turn a little bit more this way. Let me just move something. Let me just move my chair that I have my markers on. Okay. This might, that's a little bit better. Because the sun was in my eyes. Okay, so I took out this little bin of beads. Now, I'm going to proceed with you. I took out, let me just show you the things that I've got. So, okay, so we've got this little kind of wire there. I'm just saying you could use that too. You could use that even in this capacity. And you know, it almost would have been easier if I did that. No, seriously, it would have been easier. Because what I did was cut this wire, and it's very soft. There's nothing. This is a soft floral wire, but I cut that and I used it. I just looped it around the loop there. Now I'm going to try a couple different things because I'm going to put the wire to the side for the moment. I'm going to take a shower curtain hook, and I just want to. I'm going to take the larger part of it here. And I just want to use this, wrap it around. I just want to see how this goes. Now you may need these, which are the wire cutters or a little piece of pliers, but here's the hook. So it was a little, it was comparable. It wasn't necessarily more difficult. Is it more aesthetically pleasing? I don't think so. Let me just take a quick look here. This is WIP. Okay, now I would like to, I have shells, and I have a piece of sea glass that I got maybe over 20 years ago with a friend. And I think now I'm going to put it on here because it's been sitting in here forever. Oh, look what I found, guys. Another buckle. So this buckle could actually, you know, kind of go like that. This would be a lovely art piece. Let me just see something here. So let's just take this buckle for the heck of it. And I'm just going to capture that there. And I didn't even secure that yet. Let me just see. I like that. It's kind of like a nice little art piece. But I mean, I don't think it makes a difference if it's the green. But with the green, this is what we're working with. We're working with a limited, so I may not be able to make it longer if I wanted it longer. or shorter. So, but let me put this down for just a minute. Wait till you see. Now, this is the thing. Every time you add something to it. So with this green, I'm wondering if I go in the middle of this buckle, what's going to happen? How is the buckle going to be able, is it going to go to one side? Yeah, it kind of falls differently. You see that? So that's kind of, oh, okay. I kind of fixed it there a little bit. The only thing is we'd have to just turn it around. Okay, so for the moment, oh, it's going the same way. Look at that. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I like that. So, okay, this is just a little idea going on. So now, the other things I can add to my mobile, look. Oh, this is pretty. You see that? It's a glass bead that was just part of something, not part of anything anymore. So let's make it part of this project. So this would fall in the category of mixed media. You're using all different types of. Now look what happened when I cut the wire. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, and I'm just going to put the bead in. I can't really see that, to be honest. Okay, there it is. So what you want to do, whether you're using the wire, okay, or string, so anyway, is somehow get it so there's kind of like a knot at the end of that, or you're wrapping the wire around itself, or, you know, or loop it, or even bend it, like bend the wire back up and kind of twist it. So it's a lot of different ways to make sure you're securing the bead. Okay. So we're just going to, I kind of want that to be like a little knob at the end. So I'm just going to twist that. I'm going to bend it and twist it a little bit more. And that way for sure it's not going to go anywhere. The other thing you could do is take a piece of thread and just wrap it around the end of the wire. Okay. And hi guys, welcome back. If you've been here before and you're coming back, thank you, thank you, thank you guys. So I'm just pulling that there. Oops, I almost lost the, I kind of like the little spiral going on. I kind of lost that almost. Let's see if I can get that back. Kind of a little spiral. Okay, kind of. Look, I mean, that's pretty. So let's take one of these. Now, the one thing I didn't do yet, because this is WIP, it's just a little creation using all recycled materials. If you're new or just scrolling by, we are making a mobile out of shower curtain hooks. And you're going to see in a minute a natural piece of wood. And it's just adorable. And you don't have to use, I'm just using the wire because I happen to have it. Whoops. And I keep kind of losing my little spiral. There it is. That's because I keep pulling on it. You just wrap it around your finger like that. And it, oh, look how cute that is. Yeah. So, okay. So now, as I'm putting this non-traditional mobile together, I can figure out, okay, so probably move it around, like rearrange it a little bit. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to put that on the other side. I really like this, guys. Yeah. I mean, it's not even done. Now, you're probably thinking, well, how would you secure the shower curtain hooks as you're going and creating this? So what I'm going to do very first thing is add whatever it is that I want to add. Now the next, so I'm still working, so I'm going to add, so I'm going to put this down gently because now I have 3 on here. And put it over, maybe put it over here and just kind of let it, there. Now, I have this piece of sea glass I've had for some time. So there's a couple things we could do with this. You could play around with the aesthetic where you're using this wire and or you're using twine. Now, if you use the twine, you're probably going to want to use a dab of glue to make sure it holds the sea glass. Now, knowing twine and having worked with it, I know it's going to cover up a lot of this sea glass. And I'll show you. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to even cut it because I'm not going to use it. But it's an idea. It's an option. It adds to the aesthetic. Okay, you could just kind of wrap it like in the middle like that so it doesn't hide a lot of it. You know, or you can kind of go like this, you know, kind of wrap it around in different parts of the sea glass. So I'm going to try the wire. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not like it. I'm just going to try it. So, and if I don't like it, then I just don't use it. Am I theming this in any particular way? No, I am not. I am not. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is just focus on, I want to leave some of the wire up, I know that, because I need to be able to secure this. So I'm going to try just kind of like this way first, kind of twist it a little, bring that down. I think I'm just going to stay right smack in the center of it. Trying to get my wire. I want to twist these two. I don't want to break them because it's almost like aluminum foil. It's just bending. It's probably aluminum wire. So I'm gonna bring that down. Now I want to make sure I have enough to kind of put around the hook. So I would say maybe a dab of glue in that too would not hurt. And now I'm just going to, this is a prototype, so I'm keeping this one. But this is how, for me, how I do, like when I get a new idea, I make it and then I kind of test it out. I keep it, I kind of move it around. I want to see how it's holding up. What does the wear and tear look like? And that is how, like, can I come up with a better way to secure it? And I might do a little research. Okay, so this is not, I think this might be the last one that I'm adding. Let's see. I mean, you can add a lot, as many as you want. Oh, I'm loving that. Look, guys. Look at the light. Look at the sunlight going through. Oh, is that just lovely? So I'm going to tell you what's popping out at me. As a WIP, work in process, what's a couple of things popping out at me? The shower curtains, not bad. They're not bad. They kind of add to the aesthetic, okay? Hi, Boston. Terrier Lucy, hi. Thanks for being here. And Tori, hi Tori. Hi guys. So you see the sun coming through that sea glass that's just going right through my system right now? That is some beautiful energy, guys. Do you see it? So the bead over here, not so much. So there's a couple things that I might change on this. And one is they're pretty much the same. Like this is a little higher. I think I want the sea glass to be a little bit higher. So let me just go in here and I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the aesthetic there. So I'm just going to bring this up. I don't know if I can bring it up like I'm thinking. No, it may not let me do that. I may have to, I was just going to kind of put a knot like in the middle of it, but it's not, you know, that would bring it up, but I don't think it's going to let me do that. So I'm going to actually bring it up this way. I'm going to wrap it around. Oh yeah, that's good. I think that's up far enough. I just wrapped it around the base part of it. Okay. So let me put this back on. I'm loving the way it's catching the light. So this is something to consider. I mean, it's still not really high. I thought it was a little bit. I guess it is a little, but not as much as I'd like it to be. So a couple things. It is higher, definitely. But you can make a mobile that catches the light. You know, what do they call them? Sun catchers. You can make dream catchers. You know, you can make mobiles that are just like chimes. Or you can make like a mixed media one that is visually pretty. It's catching the light. It's just maybe you do put a couple little chimes in here. I want to put some shells in here, but I don't know if the shells would actually catch. So or kind of touch. So we're going to try that. Now, something else that's jumping out at me with this is I'm realizing, and maybe you already realized it, do we need to have all the shower curtain hooks? Probably not. Maybe we can use just maybe 2 hooks. But this is the thing. If you use 1 or 2 hooks, maybe you want to place them strategically apart. But the thing is, when you're using the individual hooks like this, you have an aesthetic going on. Some of you didn't know what these were. So probably even if you paint them, because you have the option to paint them, you would paint them with a weather resistant paint, and those come in the tiny little bottles too. Maybe at the most you might spend $2.49 for one, but you can paint these, or you can wrap them with threads. You can wrap them with ribbons. There's different ways you can add to the aesthetics of these. This is adorable. I'm just flipping. I love that. Look at the sea glass catching the light. So I want to add some shells. So, and I have this, look. I have that bead. I could be adding a string of beads instead of a one. You see it? I can add a string. So let me play around with that. Look how pretty that is. That's plastic. It doesn't have to be something that you've gone and paid thousands of dollars or hundreds. Plastic, recycled. This is going to look beautiful on here. While the sun is out, let's check it out. This is just a glass bead, but that's a pink. So let's throw that in there, and we'll play around with a shell. Okay. So, no, I like the clear See, this is another plastic. I gotta be careful I don't drop this because I'm trying to put that down there. So a couple things, putting this together is telling me what I have the option to do is to use less than the hooks that I'm using. I could use something else other than shower curtain hooks, but that's just something I'm doing because I want to make this one longer, by the way. It's something I'm doing because it just came to me, the idea. I mean, it's not like, again, it's not like, oh my God, you know, I'm the only one thinking of it. It's not like that. It's just, okay, I'm going to leave enough wire down here to get the shell on there. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to add that bead. Hold on 1 second here. I want to get something else. I want to show you something else. These are pieces of old jewelry. So it doesn't have to be beads. It can be something like this. Like this. This is plastic. Look. You know how pretty that would look wrapped around the piece of wood? So we're going to just keep that there. I just wanted to get it while I was thinking of it. Okay, so I'm going to add this bead. It's super pretty. Now I also have these little pieces of metal, and they have different little sayings on them. So how adorable would it be to add a little positive saying to the mobile? And the mobile could be, you could call it a feel good, mobile. You know what I mean? And let's see if we can find something that speaks to that. This one says to be you bravely. So to be brave is what it's saying. Be you bravely. So that's a positive thing. Okay, this is what they're looking like. Oh my. There was one more I wanted to add to this. I'm being very simplistic right now, but I'm just loving this. And of course we would, whoops, something got caught on there. Oh, look at a piece of magnet. Welcome to my little studio space. My little studio space. Okay, so I'm just going to take one of these. Yeah. Okay, I just happen to have kind of the same bead. And, or maybe do I? Yeah, maybe I can get that in there. Can't really see. There we go. Okay, so now what I want to do is take the shell. I'm going to take a larger shell. And I don't know if this is going to work. I would say ideally maybe some glue. You know, cute little idea you could do with these too. If you're customizing it and you're giving this to someone specifically and there's something specific you're thinking of, you could put a little piece of paper with a little note on there in the shell. You know what I mean? For you, like you could, that's what the customer could do. I am going to make some like that. I think that's a really good idea, actually. Okay, let's see how this comes out. So I'm not giving any of this any real thought. I'm just kind of making something that I think is pretty. So, and I'm testing it out. Now, a couple things I'm thinking here. I just want to see something. before I add another hook. Maybe I don't add a hook. Let me see how long this. I think I keep making them about the same size. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's pretty. These are on hooks, but do you have to have them on hooks? Let me just try something. I'm just kind of messing around, guys, bringing you with me on my afternoon of exploring creatively. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this alone, okay? My YouTubers are coming with me, whether they know it or not. Get your coffee. Look how adorable that is. I mean, and it's got all different stuff going on. Whoops. I knew that was going to fall. Oh, that one. Let me take that off for a minute. That was our other buckle. Let's take that buckle off. I just want to take the buckle, leave one buckle on for the moment. Look at that. I mean, you know, and as you're going along, I know, right? Thank you, Happy. I know, because it's like, oh, wow, let's try this. Now, the other thing you could do, I like this. Now, I just kind of want to mess around with this a little. Let me just take the buckle off. I love the buckle. I love it, love it, love it. I want to do this. That's pretty. I mean, I'm just kind of looking. Okay, tell me honestly. I'm going to tell you honestly. I I really flipped over the aesthetic of using like a shower curtain because it's already. But to be honest, I really love. Whoops, and that's going to come apart. I really, really love the stringed beads without the shower curtain. What do you think, guys? The only thing is, look how that came right off. It's got to be super secure. And this particular wire is flimsy, and and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to do a little research on a, because I think it's floral wire. Oh, I guess I didn't twist it. There we go. But look how pretty that is. So I do love the idea of the aesthetic of the shower curtain, but this is what I would do. Having mixed them and looking at it, just kind of really quickly, I would not make a mobile to make and sell. Mixing the aesthetic of using these shower curtain. The other thing I would do, shower curtain hooks, the other thing, I don't know about you, but as an artist, I'm looking at the shower curtain and I'm thinking it's so large that it would accommodate a larger type of mobile instead of these small pieces kind of hanging from it. Now, I just want to take this off for a second because I just want to see something. I'm like taking the whole thing apart, but um, yeah, so I could easily take the glass, like these tiny pieces. Might do better with maybe. I mean that's pretty. Just, I mean, no, seriously. Let's just take the stick away. It's like, you're probably saying, "What are you doing, Carmella? You're taking it apart. You're taking it all away." You get my point? Yeah. So this even is just adorable. Like you could even take this and build up on it. In other words, you could have another um let me just I kind of want to try this. Oh, I don't know if I can get it apart. So what I'm thinking is just take another piece of wire and kind of connect it to this and have at the top another hook and kind of just have like a little string of mobile. So that's an idea. But I'm going to tell you, I came up with this. Um, I don't even know how I came up with it. Like I saw these in my mind's eye, and and then I had in my mind's eye too. I'm telling you that show Home Spot. Yeah, it's sea glass. I'm trying to think where that's from. This is from over 20 years ago. I'm not kidding you either. That we picked it up. I want to say up in Maine. Maybe at the time it was okay. I think now, I mean, I think I only picked up a piece or two, but I'm pretty sure now you got to pay attention to the signs. Mm, isn't it gorgeous? I think that's the only one I have, but I do have more of these, which are plastic. It's a plastic bead, but that's pretty. This is a glass bead. You kind of see through that. But yeah, I would say and this is another super pretty bead. But and look at this, guys. That's oh, that's gorgeous. That's plastic, believe it or not, but it's pretty. So yeah, and you can do so I really like this. So I think what I'm going to do is and I particularly like this design right here. I particularly like the shell and the beads. So I guess that's where I'm gravitating towards. But yes, I mean the shower hook curtains curtain hook there is it works. I mean it does work. Now this is what I would do though to secure it, and I may take this apart after, but let me just put this down for a moment. Um, oh, and I did want to show you one other thing. Let's look at this. I'm going to make these mobiles. But, so you want a mobile, you have a mobile like this, and you want to be able, to have the person hang it up. So you can use, just a piece of twine or ribbon or, kind of whatever you want. Or, possibly another kind of hook like this, to put like in the middle, and then just they can use that to hang it up. Um, Now, for me, I'm conscious anyway, I'm looking at this and noticing that the little shower curtain hooks are kind of sliding into each other. So I would just kind of do, using an aesthetic though approach, is kind of use some twine or ribbon to kind of go around, if you're using a stick like I am here, kind of go around, secure those, maybe just tie them in place, and then kind of go across the whole thing and just kind of decorate it like that. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on here quickly and share this with you. I thought it was just such an adorable idea. And so with that, you have an absolutely a beautiful day. A love and light. Let me know if you make one. I'll see you in the next one.